Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Innisfree Cross Fila Hologram blushes. I picked these up with the lipsticks as well as the Twinkle jellies because I just really wanted to try them. I thought that they looked really cute, etc, etc. There was nothing really that drew me in other than the fact that the packaging was cute and it was new and it was crossed with Fila. Yeah. The one thing that did intrigue me a little bit was, of course, that they were called hologram blushes. So I was interested to see if they were just going to be a sparkly mess or if I was actually going to be able to use them functionally. Now I am a little bit sick at the moment. I'm just coming off the tail end of a really bad cold and my voice is still not 100% fully recovered, so it is a little bit low and raspy at the moment. I'm sorry. Just bear with us for, I think, the remainder of the month because I need to get everything filmed. I just don't have time to wait for my voice to recover, unfortunately. So yeah, sorry about that. So the product description for these says, provides sweet and vivid colour payoff on two cheeks with peach scent. Its hologram pearl allows smooth application and blends well for a lovely finish. The packaging of these products is quite interesting. It reminds me of like a little shoebox because you just pull the actual blusher out from inside the outer box, which sounds like the dumbest description ever, but it actually is really cool. They do have foam around the outside and it does smell a lot like foam. They say that they have a peach scent, but I don't know if it's supposed to be peach or if I can just smell the foam, because it smells like when you would open something new that has foam in it and it has that really specific smell. That's what it smells like. A lot of the blushes are really unevenly set into the foam as well. I don't know if it's because you're supposed to push them out and repop them maybe, but I definitely think that you can considering they're in the bottom of the box. But, oh, here we go. Oh, okay. So there's like a tiny little square on the bottom. That means that you probably could push this, yep, you can push this all the way out. So you can depan or depot your blushes should you wish to. I wonder if they're supposed to be like right at the top like that or not. You know, mine are all like sideways, they're on a slant, and I kind of wondered why they were on a slant because it seems like poor packaging, but I guess if you can pull them out then it doesn't make a huge amount of difference in that aspect anyway. There are 4 colours in the collection and the colour variance isn't that big in terms of like being a rosy blush versus a peach blush versus a plum lavender blush. They don't really look that different. In fact, the 3 ones that are not the purple one actually really do look, hold on, let me turn it around. They really do look the same. There are slight variations, of course, like the middle one is a bit more orange, but is it the last one that's orange? Yeah, orange on the end here, peach in the middle, and then this is rosy on the end. I mean, they just don't, there's just not that much variance. Shade number 1 is Twinkle Lavender, which is kind of like a purple toned pink. It's not really the most lavender thing in the world, but cute. I do need to pick up quite a bit, and these are quite little blushes, so you kind of have to brush your brush along like that. And then I'm just going to apply it to this cheek first. It is quite powdery, so I can see like fallout coming off and covering my shirt, which is cute. And these are, I don't want to say that they're chalky because the overall appearance isn't chalky, but they do require maybe like 3 to 4 sometimes layers of the blush to actually get them to show up on your skin, even in real life, let alone on camera. So that is Twinkle Lavender on this cheek, and then without on this one. So you can kind of see it a little bit better, but not quite. This one does have a very small amount of glitter that I can see on my skin. It is predominantly purple glitter, I think. And then this is what it looks like on both cheeks. I don't mind this colour because it is just like a purpley toned pink. It does look quite nice on my skin rather than being like a very blue based lavender, which tends to look really bad on my skin. I just really struggle to see it. I mean, on camera I don't think I can see it at all, and in real life I can, but after 4 layers on each cheek, it just seems like a waste of product to just keep building it up and not getting anything. This one doesn't have the most strong glitter as well, so it kind of just looks like a little bit of something on my cheeks, but really not that much. So this is Twinkle Lavender. Number 2 is Twinkle Peach, which is just a nice peach colour. This one is probably like the most natural. It's very close to the next colour, which is Twinkle Rosy though, so it's kind of hard to get them, well, kind of easy to get them confused. These require so many layers of blush, it just is insane. So that is Twinkle Peach on this cheek and then not on this one, so there's there. And then that is the one with Twinkle Peach on it there. So that is Twinkle Peach on both cheeks. I don't mind this colour, I think that it is quite cute. What colour glitter is this got? Let's have a look. Pink and purple. Yeah, that's all I can see. Between Twinkle Rosy and Twinkle Peach, these are the ones that I wear the most because I feel like they're the easiest ones to tie in with any other looks. So this is Twinkle Peach. Number 3 is Twinkle Rosy, which is the only real pink in the collection. So this is Twinkle Rosy on this cheek and then not on this one. So you can just see it there, and I can't really see, let me get a closer mirror. I can see purple glitter in this one, mixed with probably a little bit of pink. Still don't see any holographic though. You have to look really close to see the glitter because it is a very fine glitter. But yeah, it still makes my pores look chunky, which probably isn't the look you're going for in a blush. I don't know. It's not the look I'm going for at least. So this is Twinkle Rosy on both cheeks. Not my favourite because, again, just don't like the glitter. None of them are my favourite. But still a pretty colour and a really pretty undertone for the base. I had to apply maybe like 4 layers of the blush to get this pigmentation. So this is number 3, Twinkle Rosy. And then last but not least we have number 4, which is Twinkle Orange. This one isn't actually too orange, it's really close to the peach colour. It's just a little bit more, like a little bit deeper. This is probably the most pigmented colour in the collection, so even though I still have to pick up a bunch, so every time my brush goes out of frame, I'm picking up more blush. You can probably see it a little bit better, I hope at least. So that is Twinkle Orange on this side of my face here, and not here. It is a really nice colour. It's not my favourite because orange is never my favourite, but it does definitely show up more than the other colours do. I don't know why. It's just maybe a more pigmented colour. They were like, let's do one with a bunch of pigment and then the rest of them with not much. So that is it on that cheek as well. So this is both cheeks with Twinkle Orange. In comparison to the box of Twinkle Peach, this is peach and this is orange, so not a huge difference there. So this is number 4, Twinkle Orange. So overall I think that this is a really cute collection, but it's just not for me in particular because I don't like glittery blushes, which sounds so dumb to be picking up hologram glitter blushes when I don't like glitter blushes, but it's more for you guys to see than it is for me, to be honest, at this point, because I knew that I wasn't going to absolutely love them. My reasoning behind not loving a glittery blush in that sense is because they just get not caught up on the pores, but when the glitter is around pore areas, it emphasizes your pores, and I don't want to emphasize my pores. They are emphasized enough being on my face as they are. The way to get around that would be to not apply the glittery parts to the parts where you have pores, but that would mean that I have to apply my blush like here, like a creepy doll, and it would probably bring my face downwards, and I don't want that because it's going to be really aging. It's also hard because I have a birthmark down the side here. If I start applying blush here, it's going to look messy and muddy because that's just how it is when you have something that's a totally different colour on your face. I know, inconvenient. I think my other gripe with these is that the colours just are so wishy-washy. They're not like super pale colours when you swatch them, but they just come across really chalky even on my skin, and I need to use quite a lot of the blush to actually get it to show up, unless I'm using a very dewy base, in which case it clings like nobody's business and it's really hard to blend out. So they're not the easiest in that sense to work with, which is, again, a shame. Not something that is going to make me say you should never purchase them or whatsoever or anything like that. It's just that they could be better. However, I do think that they have a little bit of like entertainment value to them. They are Fila blushes, which people really like Fila at the moment. I'm not into sportswear at all. I don't do sport looks. I don't even wear I don't wear leggings. I don't understand the leggings thing. I know they're comfy, but leggings. So this is just, it's not really marketed towards me, whereas like you'd see this and I'd be like, yes, whereas other people would be like weird child things, you know. So I think that it is a really interesting concept. I think that the packaging is really cool. I haven't seen companies doing this, and they did come with like a really cute little Fila printed like rice paper sort of thing over the top to keep the blush from being scratched while it's in transit. I do think that everything is really well thought out. I think the packaging really cute, and I think that the colour range for me is disappointing because they all look very similar, and because they're a little bit harder to see on the skin, they all look really similar. It doesn't really matter which one I put on. At the end of the day, I'm just going to look like a little bit twinkly, and that's about it. I do wish that they went a little bit further with the hologram part of the blush, because I don't see any holographic glitter in these at all. It's just kind of like they have their own coloured glitter. Like this is Twinkle Rosy, I think. No, Twinkle Peach, and Twinkle Peach has got pink glitter in it. It's not holographic because that would mean that it shines all colours of the rainbow. So it's not a holographic blush in that sense, unfortunately, but they are pretty. For me personally, I don't think I'm going to be keeping these in my collection, so these are going to go to some other lucky family member who likes Fila, or to someone who missed out on the collection, because a lot of these are sold out at the moment, I do believe. There are 2 colours left on Yes Style, Twinkle Peach and Twinkle Rosy, which are actually my 2 favourite colours. So if you are a huge Fila fan, if you are looking for a subtle but sparkly blush, then these are products that I would recommend for you. However, if you don't really like Fila and you're looking for something that's really sparkly or really pigmented, then they're not products I would recommend for you, because they are neither of those things. So thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!